Good morning, Digit fam. Adam Dowd here, closing out another week of Tech and Sundry. And as the weekend looms, it's time to ask that age-old question that everyone asks after buying a $400 piece of technology. Did I just up? I mean, seriously, dude, you played Beat Saber for like 15 minutes in a tourist trap in Wisconsin. You bought an Oculus Quest because of it? Well, maybe in retrospect, I shouldn't have played a VR game immediately before I had a 2.5-hour drive to spend just thinking about it. This is like the Megalodon edition of Never Go Grocery Shopping While You're Hungry, but that's okay because I'm going to be the bomb at parties, and now that I've talked about it on the podcast, it's tax deductible. Blah! So, now that I've justified the hell out of this thing, we can move on. It is August 2nd, 2019, and this is your Digit Daily. Hey Siri, stop listening to my conversations. Okay, no problem. Well, that was easy. And honestly, I could just end the top story update right there because it really was as simple as that. At the beginning of the week, we reported that Apple, just like Amazon and Google, were using contractors to listen to voice recordings to grade Siri on its responses. And because Siri is so very bad and it thinks that a zipper sounds like Hey Siri for some damn reason, a lot of false starts got sent to contractors around the world. Things like doctors talking to patients, drug deals, and sex. Fun to listen to, not so much fun if you're being listened to. So just like that, Apple shut the program down. Funny how effective whistleblowers can be, isn't it? According to TechCrunch, Apple will be conducting a thorough review of the program, and while it does that, no more leakies. To quote Apple, "We are committed to delivering a great Siri experience while protecting user privacy. While we conduct a thorough review, we are suspending Siri grading globally. Additionally, as part of a future software update, users will have the ability to choose to participate in grading." And look, people, I don't know why they said it like a Klingon. I just report the news, okay? Jeez. But anyway, it looks like Apple will reinstitute the program, but with an opt-in mechanism undoubtedly buried in the terms of service that no one reads while setting up the iPhone. And then, when another whistleblower blows the lid off this thing a couple years from now, then Apple will move it to a non-discrete notification. That's just how these things work. But anyway, this is a positive step forward. Your move, Google and Amazon. The bottom line here is, contractors need to listen to this stuff. Computers don't know that they've screwed up until a person tells them that they've screwed up, especially when a computer buys an Oculus Quest. I regret nothing! Sorry. A person needs to review these recordings to make sure that Google, Amazon, and Siri are doing the right thing. And as I've said on this and other podcasts many times, I don't care if you want to listen to my doctor conversations, drug deals, or sex. But some people out there, and I suspect my wife might be one of them, do care. So give people the option to not let people listen in and everything will be fine. That's what Apple is doing, and for now we're going to ignore the fact that Apple should have been doing this since Siri debuted 7 years ago. Holy crap, 7 years ago. That's a lot of sex listening. So we'll just let that sink in while we head on over into the roundup! Speaking of things I've said on this podcast, it's looking more and more like at least one variant of the Samsung Galaxy Note will be ditching the headphone jack. Now, I've said before, and I'll say it again, that I'll believe it when I see someone on stage holding a Note with no headphone jack, which I'm still sticking to. But yesterday, we got a leak of a dongle that will be shipping with the Note, and you don't include a dongle if there is a headphone jack. That's really not good news, folks. I'm still holding out hope, but this one hurts. Meanwhile, we have a hot take from Eric Zeman at Android Authority telling us why he's not sad that the headphone jack might be going away. Then, as a counterpoint, there's a still relevant piece from Fast Company from about 8 months ago arguing to keep it. Eric says that technology needs to move forward, which I'm all for. However, technology can only push us forward when it's ready to push us forward, and right now, it's not ready. 2 weeks ago, I could not walk down the street in downtown Chicago and listen to a podcast on Bluetooth because there was so much interference. Bluetooth is simply not ready to handle all of our audio needs. I'm all for Bluetooth, but it needs to be better than what we have before it can replace what we have, and it's not yet. Ninja was one of Twitch's most popular streamers, and yesterday he announced that he's leaving Twitch to stream games exclusively with Microsoft's Twitch competitor, Mixer. Ninja will still stream games like Fortnite, but he will do so exclusively for Microsoft, and folks, you know this boy got PAID paid, and God bless him for it. I just wonder how much money it takes to get someone to blow up their community like that. President Trump announced a new 10% tariff that may go into effect on a whole new list of goods that likely includes all electronics assembled in China. Want to guess where your phone was assembled? And as we've said on this podcast, 10% is a big deal. That's an extra $100 on a $1,000 smartphone. But hey, trade wars are easy to win, right? Elon Musk wants to dig a tunnel under Las Vegas to get people to the convention center. The idea is that modified Tesla cars will take people to and from the convention center through these tunnels, which sounds, well, actually it sounds kind of stupid, but it manages to get even more stupid. These tunnels could potentially damage supporting structures for the monorail, which already transports people to and from the convention center. Plus, the modified Teslas would require human drivers for safety when the tunnels open in 2021. But as Jalopnik rightly points out, Musk already said that Teslas will be capable of autonomous driving by next year. So which is it, Elon? Look, I get it, Elon Musk is a smart dude, but even smart dudes talk out of their asses every now and then. And this really feels like one of those times. Just sit quiet now, Elon. The adults are talking. Phone farming is the practice of setting up multiple, even up to hundreds of cheap phones in order to earn passive income by playing ads through them. There are a number of apps out there that promise cash or prizes or gift cards in exchange for watching some ads. Most of them pay a fraction of a cent for a single watch, and they promise it all adds up. And this is not meant to be an income generator, though some farmers can make up to $2,000 a month or so. That would require a silly amount of effort, though. So give this article a read, link in the show notes, and start to think about what's the cheapest phone you can buy 20 of. And finally, speaking of making money, Goldman Sachs is spending about $100 million developing a system to better handle trades. Well, that sounds nice. But the system is focused on trades that are measured in milliseconds, as in thousands of those trades happened in the time that it took me to say this. And somehow, people make money at this, which really just goes to show that the stock market is quite possibly the longest running con in human history. One of these days, people are going to figure out that none of this means anything, and the world will freak out. And that will be a good day. So that's going to do it for today's Digit Daily. If you'd like to learn more about any of these stories, check out the links in the show notes and subscribe to our daily newsletter on Digit.com. And if you like what you heard, subscribe, leave a review, and don't forget to tell your friends about DigitDailyPod.com. Once again, I'm Adam Dowd, Dead Technology on Twitter, and we'll talk again on Monday.